Rick Harrison is the co-owner of the Silver and Gold Pawnshop and a fan favorite of many viewers of Pawn Stars on the History Channel. We watch him do deals left and right, some good, some bad, and some confrontational. But there are some times where Rick just goes absolutely crazy on a deal that gives us a reason to watch the show. Welcome to Reality Drama, and today we want to take a look at the times when Rick Harrison loses his mind over super rare items. If you like the video, hit that like button, it really helps us out, and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the know with reality drama. Number 1. Crazy for 1969 Triumph. A man came by claiming that his wife is forcing him to sell his super rare 1969 Triumph motorcycle. The seller wanted $25,000 for it, which was a tough sell on Rick's part. Knowing that Rick was a fan of bikes, he offered to let Rick take it for a spin, which blew Rick's mind. After a good ride around the block and some hard negotiations, they both settled happy at $15,000.
I've always loved old Triumph motorcycles, so I'm gonna have to contain myself.
Number 2. Longfellow Relic doubles in asking price. Henry Longfellow is considered one of the most prominent poets in American history, with rare written letters and poetry still preserved from the 1800s. So when a person came by to sell an actual original photo and a letter he actually wrote more than 200 years ago, Rick definitely wanted in on it. The asking price from the owner was $300, but after an expert came in, Rick was shocked to realize that it was actually worth $1,500. In the end, they settled at $700, which is more than what the owner was expecting for in the first place.
Yeah, let's do 700.
Sweet.
Thank you, sir.
Number 3. John Hancock Pocket Watch. Rick is a big fan of John Hancock, the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence and a prominent patriot of the American Revolution. So when a client called him up stating that he is willing to sell some of John Hancock's possession, he went all the way to the museum, gloves on and all. After the seller valued the pocket watch at $150,000, Rick threw the negotiation out the door and gave one final price at $125,000 plus dinner. The amused seller agreed to it and probably got a really expensive meal afterwards.
Why don't you just let me give you $125,000 and then we don't have to go back and forth.
Number 4. More than just an egg. A fossil collector walked into the shop offering her elephant bird egg fossil for $2,500. However, that wasn't the highlight of this episode. For some reason, Rick just could not stop joking about the egg to the seller over and over, which is probably a strategy to get the seller to like Rick and settle for a lower price. After an expert had a look at the fossil, turns out the egg was worth around $5,000. Thanks to Rick's charm, however, though, they managed to agree at $2,800.
You must own really large chickens. I thought you were going to say you sell eggs.
I think ostriches are scary.
Ostriches are scary.
That's right. I'm calling in an expert.
If you're liking the video so far, click that like button, it really helps us out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with us here on Reality Drama. Lastly, comment down below which item in the episode was your favorite. Number 5. Rifle from the Battle of Wounded Knee. A man came by selling his 1873 Winchester with documents proving that it came from the Battle of Wounded Knee. The seller wanted $60,000 for it. Rick claimed that that price is crazy and offered $14,000 instead. The seller walked away from the deal, but Rick stated that if he checks the offers given to any other pawn shop, he'll come crawling back to Rick.
Hopefully, he checks around town, gets a lot of prices, and comes crawling right back to me.
Number 6. Losing Mind on Les Paul. Mary Ford co-wrote songs with her husband Les Paul and sold millions of records worldwide. So when her nephew walked in himself to sell one of her guitars, you know it's worth something. It was one of the most heated negotiations in Pawn Stars, with Rick going as far as swearing on camera. In the end, Rick for once was the one who agreed to the seller's price of $90,000. Even Corey was losing his mind.
All right, $90,000.
Deal.
Number 7. Bret Michaels Platinum Record. A woman came by to sell a rare platinum record signed by Bret Michaels himself. Rick convinced the woman to come with him to see an expert and have it authenticated. What she didn't know was that the expert was Bret himself. That's not the crazy part. After Rick bought the platinum records from the seller at $2,500, he immediately gave the record back to BRET to have it re-auctioned for charity, all so that Rick can go on stage with BRET one more time.
You get to auction it off again.
Awesome, dude.
So when you sing tomorrow night, you're gonna let me on stage again?
Done.
Number 8, Rick decides to go to Italy for a cap. Chumlee bought a zucchetto, which is a cap popes wear on their head. This cap in particular is claimed to have been worn by Pope Pius XII, who was the head of the Catholic Church during World War II. In order to have it authenticated, he told Rick he was going as far as Rome to find an expert. Intrigued with the idea, Rick decided to go with Chumlee, and so their Italian adventure began. After meeting with the father and expert in holy relics in the Vatican City, it was proven that the cap did belong to Pope Pius XII and worth $3,500. Not bad for a piece of cloth.
If you get to Vegas, come and see us.
I'll go for the buffets.
And that's all the time we have. If you like the video, smash that like button. It really helps us out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to stay in the know with reality drama. Lastly, comment down below which was your favorite item in today's episode. For more awesome content like this, click on the videos on your screen. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.